Kitchen fire in DeKalb leaves $30,000 in damages. The fire started in the 1000 block of West Lincoln Highway. First responders say they smell smoke from the outside of the apartment and then found flames in the kitchen. No one was hurt, but 6 people will have to find a new temporary place to live. First responders remind residents to stay in the kitchen, alert, and keep anything that could catch fire away from the oven.